All right, Scott Evil for Nightmare Creative here, doing an interview with local boys Pigeon Bark. I'll just get you guys to go around and introduce yourselves.
Kevin Okabe, guitars.
Logan Charlotte, guitars as well.
Spencer Burr, drummer.
Arthur, bass.
Nick, lead singer.
All right, welcome guys. I'm really pleased that you guys could take some time out before your show tonight.
Yeah, no problem.
You guys are stoked to be back in town.
You betcha. Yeah.
And the sunlight is fading away down Granville Street right now.
Yeah. Plug.
Yeah, had to slip that in there. So,
Yeah, it's beautiful.
so you guys got together on a short little tour here. How's that going?
It's good. It's been it feels like it's been longer. I don't know.
We've gone since what, November 25th?
Yeah. So almost a month, I guess. But the show's been good. Diamonds is awesome. And we're just having a good time.
How did that come together? How did you guys get into that one?
Well, we're under the same agency, so I think they kind of just grouped us together. We were both looking to get out on the road, and they thought that our sounds would kind of mesh well together, which they have. So, yeah.
Excellent. So we were talking before we started rolling here that there's not much going on for live acts right now, and you guys are kind of filling a bit of a void. Are you getting that feedback from people out there? Or?
Like, you mean in Vancouver?
In general, yeah.
Yeah, it's, well, especially in our genre too, it seems like a lot of bands are kind of calling it quits. Like, local bands, especially in Vancouver and stuff like that. I see a lot of those guys kind of moving on to other things. But yeah, I guess it's kind of hard to see it when you're playing the shows, because we don't get the chance to get out and go see other bands. We're too busy running around the country playing it. But I do hear that.
Yeah, you guys are like me. I can't see your show tonight because I work in the industry and I'm working.
Yeah.
So I did catch you guys at the Commodore last time. What was it? Aviator Shades at Buck Cherry, was it? No.
I think it was just us with Buck Cherry.
Was it just you guys in Buck Cherry?
Yeah.
And first time I seen you guys perform live, and I have to say I love your guys' energy on stage. You look really comfortable up there, and I think it's a big plus for the band. So
Yeah, well,
I think being an opening band, you kind of have to make people get comfortable, because nobody, you're up against it right away. Nobody really knows or cares that much about you, so it's kind of just, you kind of got to captivate people right off the bat. A lot of energy helps with that.
So who's a band that you've opened for that you've gone, holy shit, we're opening for
Offspring.
The Offspring?
Aerosmith.
Yeah.
Yeah, Aerosmith, Slash, and those guys. Man, everybody that we've had the opportunity, really. But that was big.
It's an honor for all of them. Really.
Yeah, those are big names. And quite honestly, I really heard that Offspring influence in your guys' latest single, Sunlight Fading Away.
Yeah.
You hear that opening hook, and I'm like, oh, I'm listening to the Offspring.
Yeah, actually, now that I think about it, yeah. It's the cheeky melody of,
Yeah, absolutely. Gonna do a little, once the steamer's off, just imagine how loud that is.
It's not like a SkyTrain.
Seeing as that we're coming up on Christmas, we're going to do a little thing with you guys.
Sure.
We're going to do like a Christmas carol. So let's go back 10 years. Where were you guys 10 years ago?
Was that 16?
We're graduating, because I guess for some of us. Yeah, me, Kevin, and Arthur would have been graduating that year. 2007, so I don't know, smoking a lot of weed.
I was moving out to my first house with like 4 other dudes.
Oh, yeah.
That was my 17.
So a really typical high school to adulting transition.
Yeah, definitely. But that was also...
We were just pretty much close to starting out.
Yeah, it was right about the time when we started to get together and play music together and stuff like that.
So a couple of you got together in high school.
Yeah, me and Kevin started playing together in high school, and Archer and our former drummer Hunter went to high school together.
Yeah.
And they were doing their own thing, and I met Hunter through a theater program, and it just kind of puzzle pieces just kind of fit. And then we saw Logan play a talent show shortly after we all got in the room together and scooped him up too.
So it almost sounds like you guys had that chemistry right off the bat, which is really rare when you think of a lot of bands these days.
Yeah, it was. I think we just all got along really well, which is the main reason why we're still sitting here. You know, it's just like we were friends first before we were really taking the band seriously. Yeah.
So let's skip ahead to modern day. So you guys are right in the middle of a short little tour. You're here tonight. You're off to the island afterwards.
Yep.
Gonna get some snow tonight, apparently.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So we got a dusting.
Okay.
what are you guys doing when you're done, other than Christmas and holidays?
Yeah, well,
Back to work. Gotta do the Christmas shopping. Haven't done that yet.
You haven't done any Christmas shopping yet?
Let's
No?
wait until I'm broke and have no time after work.
but musically we're gonna be working on a new album. We've been talking a lot about it lately, and we've been creating a lot of stuff and kind of hashing out ideas. So we're gonna be releasing a new album, hopefully ASAP into the new year.
When it comes to putting an album together, what's a role model album-wise that you guys look up to in the rock world that's come out, last 10, 20 years?
Well, just because it's fresh in my mind from driving up here, the Parlor Mob, their album "And You Were a Crow" came out in 2007, I believe it was. There's a great reason to remember it. That album is, I love that album. I don't know, there's something about it that I keep going back to and just re-listening to and stuff like that for me.
Another not completely new one, but one that just is an absolute masterpiece to me is "Consolers of the Lonely" by Rack and Pierce. Just every song has its own energy to it, and it just really, vibrates with me.
Nice.
Yeah. I'd say Band of Skulls, Sweet Sour.
Okay.
It's like very rare that a modern album will take like top 3 spot in my favorite albums of all time. But that one was
Do you think the rock genre has been a little challenged in the last couple of decades?
Yeah, definitely.
What's missing? What are we missing these days?
I think it might be the audience, like and just the fact that there's so many subgenres of rock and roll too. Like it's a very saturated market, so everybody's kind of spread out really thin. I feel like, but
It's just a blessing and a curse.
yeah. But when you get a band that can cross over and do a lot of different types of rock inside the genre, then those are the people that are going to race to the top. So
Yeah.
that's
So you think being diverse and flexible
Yeah.
is an advantage?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
I think it's just the times too. I think fads and music come and go, but I think there's a few genres that kind of are timeless. And I think rock and roll is one of those genres. I don't think it's going anywhere.
You can always pick up a guitar and make a rock song out of it. So, exactly. So back to the Christmas Carol theme. 10 years from now, what do you think it's going to look like?
Well, for us, or just
No, for you guys, yeah.
well, I'd love it to be a fully sustaining thing that we do. Something that feeds into itself and that we all have as a career. I mean, that's the end game for me personally. I'm sure everybody else is kind of on a similar page.
Live it.
In the US and Europe.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
10 years ago.
So expand your.
outside of Canada would be nice. Yeah.
Just constantly working to be better at it. Expressing ourselves and also reaching people, connecting with people.
So recently, what's a song you guys have put out, other than the latest one, that you kind of go, wow, we did a really good job with that song?
I feel like Stripes.
Yeah.
For me, Stripes is
The title of the last EP.
Yeah.
Right.
Really just sort of. You wrote all the lyrics.
Well, yeah. I mean, like personally, like lyric-wise, it's something that I felt that I got a message across when I was writing it, and it was something that when we went to the studio, the producer, didn't touch. It was like the only song that he didn't kind of like go over with me on the lyrics and like try and help me like refine them and stuff like that. It was something that like he was like, no, it's okay. And I was like, yes.
So it's a sense of accomplishment
Yeah, it did.
when you got it right the first time. You don't have to tweak things.
And I thought it like pretty good expression of like the sound that we like to play. Kind of just like a little bit heavier, interesting parts. Like we like to move around a little bit. So.
Right. Nice. Any big plans over Christmas?
Yeah, I guess just see family. I mean, we haven't been home in a while.
Just get home and relax for a little bit.
Yeah.
Watch Lord of the Rings.
Recoup.
Catch up on Walking Dead.
For the past 3 days.
Oh, Lord of the Rings. Oh, it's been out for a while.
Anytime you mention it, I'm like, man, shut up. Like, this is what I want to do right now.
Any shows you guys binge watch on Netflix?
I've been watching Vikings.
Yeah,
Vikings
it's not on
is
Netflix.
Netflix.
It's not history. Unfortunately, me and the girlfriend, we're powering through Grey's Anatomy right now. I reluctantly got into it with her, but I'm kind of like sucked in now.
Oh,
So gotta finish it. I'm not one to like watch half a series and then quit it, so I'm kind of just, yeah, I'm in it right
all
now.
right. You got some brownie points for that.
Yeah, oh yeah.
House of Cards, I would say I binge watch it now, but as soon as it came out, I finished it in 2 days. So.
Wow.
Say Walking Dead for me.
Yeah.
That's what
Are you caught up or?
I'm caught up, yeah, all the way.
Yeah.
Good stuff. Yeah, I have to agree with that. That's my favorite. I was at a record shop today, and I wanted to find you guys on vinyl. Is that possible, or?
It is not.
it will be.
I think with our next album, the full length, we will be pressing vinyl because
Yeah.
it's something that we think is important.
I looked into doing it for the single and then realized we'd have to print like 10,000 of them to like make it like financially logical because you got to remaster it, you got to do all this stuff. But
Right.
it's definitely a good way to do it. Just to have physical representation. Like there's more than just the songs that have
Yeah.
The band we've been touring with down, they've been pretty successful with their merch as far as the vinyl going. It's been a pretty good piece for them, so it's been nice to have that insight and be like, okay, well, we had it too, we're just selling copies, so.
Do you find that you're learning a lot from the artists that you're touring with and opening for?
Yeah,
They're
Yeah,
very
everybody.
hard.
even the opening acts.
Yeah, opening acts for us too, man. Everybody's kind of got their own way of doing things, and they've figured out little avenues and different ways, like whatever it is, selling merch or lights on stage or their stage look or whatever.
Yeah.
Not to say that we're going to try to steal anybody's ideas, but it's inspiring to watch that.
I think there's a lot of idea theft in rock and roll. Isn't there?
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Don't mention that to Led Zeppelin or anything.
Yeah. No.
Speaking of which, I've heard you guys practice a few times out at Lindsay's in Port Coquitlam, and I thought I heard some Zeppelin going on there. Was that an immigrant song I heard going on?
Yeah.
We've been touring with that.
That's
for
been a
little
staple
while
over
now.
the last set
Yeah.
the past little while.
Yeah.
It's
really
a crowd
fun.
pleaser.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we took that on for the Offspring tour when we started it, right?
Yeah.
And it's just been
always
good
goes
crowd
really well.
pleaser. Everybody sings along and knows it, so.
Yeah.
What are some other covers that you guys have dug up in the last little while just to throw into the mix?
Every other Led Zeppelin song.
Well,
We bounce between Zeppelin tunes pretty frequently.
Yeah.
When did this
Yeah,
one
we
finish?
did.
Tragically hit.
We did Ride from the Vines. We did that one a couple times. We did a lot of Tragically Hip, like when we were first starting out. That was definitely one that we played a lot.
Yeah, we kind of just try to sprinkle them in here and there because we don't want to do too much of that
Yeah.
stuff, but also it's something familiar for the audience to hear, so I think it's a good thing to do here and there.
I think the audience identifies kind of with your roots too when you hear, even my favorite band's Rush, and they have a couple of covers in there under their belt as well. So
We actually
We do a Rush cover
Yeah,
at
we
the
do.
end.
Yeah, half of them.
I got to catch that. That'd be awesome. I'm all out of questions. Oh, I was going to ask you guys about ticket sales, just to the rock scene in general. Why do you think it is in Vancouver that Rush doesn't sell out for their last tour, but Adele sells out in minutes? Why is that?
I don't know, man. I think
Just the type of people that
Yeah.
are here,
Yeah.
what they like to listen to.
because I think that goes all the way down through the ranks of rock and roll here. Like even like when you come down to somebody like us or like another local Vancouver rock act, like if you don't have a really great song on the radio or something like that for somebody like us, then you're probably not going to see an audience here because the scene for rock and roll isn't really downtown. Like for instance, the Roxy tonight, we start at 9 and we're headlining. So it's just like they don't. It's hard to get like a scene going when all your local acts that are playing original music are off the stage by 10 o'clock, and then the DJ or a house band comes on. So people want to dance, and they want to dance to something that they know, and like, I think that's kind of the general feel in Vancouver. It just makes it. I think it makes us better for breaking through that.
Right.
If we can break through that, get momentum.
So what do we need to do to change that?
Burn it all down.
Yeah.
Burn it all down.
I just think there needs to be that one song again that brings people that would like to listen to Adele hear a rock song and be like, oh shit, I like rock more than I thought I did. And maybe they'll come out and get their feet wet at a rock show and then see how different it is from one of those sappy shows.
Although I'm an Adele fan.
I fall asleep at an Adele concert. That's just me though.
I got 8 seconds. I need you guys to say Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Sorry, Dad.
Pigeon Park.